What is up, guys? It's Mitchell or Deity, and welcome to my Raid Shadow Legends channel. So we now have a channel dedicated for Raid. This will be a beginner guide. So those of you guys that are wanting to try Raid, or maybe I've talked you into it, or maybe you just found this channel randomly, this will be a guide going through the first day of Raid Shadow Legends. So how to get everywhere, what all to pick, what all to do, and then I will be making a day-by-day guide over so many days to try to help you get your account stabilized and get into the game. So I've been playing Raid not for a very long time. It's only been about 3 months. So this is the very beginning of the game. I just installed a new instance of it. I do have a promo code. If you guys would download through that promo code, you'll have the exact same stuff that I do going through the game. We are going to be getting Ugo and Ultimate Gallic. That is my promo code. So those two characters I think will give us the best start to the game of the ones that they allowed me to pick for the promo code. So just go ahead, go through the tutorial like this. But Raid Shadow Legends is my main game I play outside of Epic 7. So Epic 7 is, obviously, if any of you haven't heard of it, it's like an anime-style RPG game, turn-based game, and it has PvP. I play it for the PvP, and I love the game. But Raid Shadow Legends, I love for the PvE. The PvE of Raid Shadow Legends, the constant feeling that you're working towards something. This is my favorite PvE gacha game on the market right now. And I just started playing it, like I said, about 3 months ago. I'm about to hit my 100-day login on my main account. And every single day I have like 90 projects I'm working on. And it just makes it so much fun for me because I'm used to, again, Epic 7. You're done with all PvE stuff within the first week. You have everything set up. You're good to go. You don't have to worry about anything if you're like a heavy gamer. So this is a game that I'm going to be playing for 6 months and still trying to beat certain content. And that's my favorite part about it. So I know the PvP, everyone always talks about how pay to win it is. So I will not be playing this game primarily for PvP. I'll do it for fun, but I'm not going to expect anything crazy of playing the PvP in this game and just goof around, have fun. Who cares if I'm at the top or not? But my PvP game will still be Epic 7. So going in, the first character you want to start with is Kale. Okay, Kale has poisons, which poisons are super good for fighting bosses, and he has two different one AoE attack and one multi-target attack, which allows you to farm at a relatively decent speed. Okay, if you guys download through my link that's down in the description or scan the QR code up at the side, you will need to follow along with this guide in terms of having the same characters that I do. So right now, right once you start, you're gonna be getting this character, Monkey King. Okay, so you'll have him right away. If you just follow the guide, you'll enter the promo code Monkey King on the promo code section. And he's a fantastic legendary character. Next up, right when you start, you should be having the champion Ugo. So Ugo is a reviving character and just overall support. He cleanses, revives, and whenever he's the last one alive on your team, he revives everyone. If he's the last alive one on your team, he's going to be giving himself block damage and increased speed, meaning that he just survives until usually it gives him an extra turn to revive your whole team. He's really good for a lot of boss style content and clan boss. Next up, we're going to be getting the character Ultimate Gallic. So Ultimate Gallic you will get at level 15. You need to make sure as you're playing along, you're getting all of these things to keep up with and continue to follow this guide because this is a multi-part guide. But Gallic just has a lot of good debuffs. He also has HP burn, and he has extra HP burn here, and he has HP burn here. Okay, HP burn is fantastic. He also gives himself increased attack and other abilities if he has increased attack. So if you have another character that can increase his attack, which we will be getting one along the way, he's really, really good. So I was able to pick the characters for this. Download through my link in the description or at the QR code, just scan it with your phone, and then you'll have the same start that I do. You'll get all these characters, and you'll be able to play along exactly like I do. So once you go in, you're just going to follow the tutorial like this. I'm going to have this like step-by-step, everything you can need to do. I made beginner guides for Epic 7, and this will be a kind of like similar system to that where I just go through day by day, help you get your account stabilized, and you'll be on your own from there. But I'll still be making videos and showing like things I'm doing so you guys can like somewhat follow along. And the thing is, once you get so far in any gacha game, obviously your pool of characters is going to be different. So our pool of characters is going to be way different over time. So just go and keep clicking what it tells you to do, and then hit auto 2x under my face cam and just let this go. So with this guide, the overall goal for the first day is going to be beating the first level or first difficulty of campaign. And then from there, it'll be just broken down into different days, just depending on what we want to accomplish that day. So this first one will be a long one. Everyone past this will be a bit shorter. Just keep that in mind. These videos, I always do them and make them really long just so you could see every button I click and you don't get lost at all. You just follow the exact same thing that I do. And I mean, it's kind of hand-holding, I guess, but it's worked really well for Epic 7, making the guides, so hopefully it translates over to this. I am not a professional player, but I do know the beginning of the game, at least, so I can get you started, and as I learn the game, you guys will learn with me, hopefully, if you do get into it and end up enjoying it. I'd say it's like a 50-50. It's like half the people that play it that came from at least Epic 7, they either are super into it or it's just not for them, and that's fine. That's every video game. But for me, I was one of the 50% that got super balls deep into the game, trying to figure out all the different characters. There's a bunch of stuff I want to show off for PvE. Like the PvE of this game just trumps any other PvE I've played. And I know it's Raid Shadow Legends. It's like, this is a sponsored video, obviously. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, you don't actually play a game? Yes, I do. This is actually, so my main account, this is the only game I spend money on anymore because I want to farm. So you can play this game free to play. It heavily favors spenders. Obviously, if you've ever heard anything about Raid Shadow Legends, it favors people who spend on the game, but you can have a ton of fun without spending on the game. Okay, so the first thing, whenever we're getting into this, once you get through that initial thing that I just yapped through, you are going to have this login. Okay, this daily login, getting 4 of these pieces is going to be very critical for your account. This lifesteal gear is amazing. So just go ahead and grab your boots, and then you're going to go down and you're going to have a list of things that I want you to do. First off is check your mailbox, see if you have Ugo. So Ugo is going to be the first character from my link. So you should have him right away. If you got him, that's good. That means the link worked. So if you haven't, or if you already have played and you're willing to restart, maybe you haven't got that far, just go ahead, delete your account or log out of your account and then download again. You'll probably have to uninstall the app. Download again through the link and the link will work and you will get all the free stuff. So then go ahead and claim this free stuff here, a couple free pieces of gear. And now that we have Ugo, the next thing we want to do is go into, well, daily login, grab your free silver. And then, so one big thing with the game I want to talk about real quick is the daily logins. You get a bunch of free champions for just doing challenges and logging in, and some of them are very good. Haikatoon's good. Dark Aethel is okay. Dark Elhine, very, very good. Really good nuking character. Syl, okay. Vizik's really good. So a lot of these characters are just really good free characters that you get, and some of them are legendary characters. So legendary is going to be a 5-star starting character. So just know, just logging in, even if you can't play that day, just open it up, log in, and you'll get a bunch of free stuff. One of the coolest things they added now is all new players are getting this new silver pack. So this allows you to progress at an insane speed. This extra 7 million silver over 7 days is crazy. So go ahead and make sure you grab that right away. Now, important, if you're playing on, depending on how you play, if you download the link, you play on either PC client, you play on your phone, whether it's iOS or Android, but whenever you get in, there's going to be a promo code section. If you're on iOS, you're going to have to go to the Plarium website to enter the code. But if you're on Android or the PC client, I highly advise the PC client. It's super, super nice. But you go into promo codes. The code we're going to enter right now is Monkey King. If this changes, it'll be in the description. But Monkey King is going to give you Sun Wukong, free legendary character right out of the gate. So we just got 2 characters just immediately for starting. So then you go into your mailbox, you claim it, grab all your extra silver, and grab all that. Okay, now we have Wukong. Wukong, very, very strong. I use him on my main account for playing in the live arena. I use him for everything. He's super, super nice. We'll go over everything that he does later, but he can revive. It was one of the biggest things. So the first thing you want to do is link a Plarium account. Okay, so we're going to go through those little quests at the bottom. So to link a Plarium account, you're going to click up here and you're going to go down to Plarium ID, and then you're going to link your Plarium account. Okay, so if you want to make a fake email, it is what it is. But if you plan on playing the game long term, I wouldn't do a fake email just in case anything happens, so you can get your account back. Just enter an email, and then once you do that, it'll log you out, log you back in, and you'll be good to go. Next up, I want you to change your avatar to, doesn't matter who it is, just change your avatar. Okay, and then next up, we want to rename our account. So my name is going to be Deity Free to Play P Tutorial. All right, Deity Free to Play Tutorial will be my name. Too long. Deity 2024 and to guide. So that works. There we go. Okay, that'll be my name. So this will be a free-to-play account, and I will be continually playing it along with you guys. Okay, so this is the name of this account. Obviously, I'll have on this channel sprinkled in some videos of my main account as well. But next up, you're going to be getting one of these packs per day. There's appreciation packs, regular packs, and you'll go in and you just claim that. Usually it's going to have a full energy pot, so it's going to be one of the main ways you get some extra energy. Other days it doesn't have the pot, it has brews, so brews are how you level up your characters, which we'll go over in a little bit. So go ahead and grab all that. Now you can come here. I'm not going to take this potion yet. I'm just going to leave it in here. And now we're going to go back down to our champions, and we're going to go and we're going to lock and unlock. Okay, just click the lock button twice, and that clears 2 challenges. So now we go into quests, and we have all this stuff to claim. So this will give us some account EXP, and we're doing that just to get pushed up further. And you have enable notifications, I guess. I don't have that on my Plarium device or on my PC client. Don't know what to do about that one, but hopefully if you're on phone, this one's already done. But as you see, we've already finished all of them. So you change your username, change avatar. That just gives you some extra bonus EXP at the beginning of the game. Okay, so now next up, the first thing we're going to do, we check challenges. If you go to challenges, you can claim this. And then you have this badge, just click on the badge. So we're going to have these challenges. So that's something we're going to be working on later, but not for right now. Right now, all I care about is us going in, and we're going to try to get 2 characters kind of geared up. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and do is Sun Wukong. Okay, so I'm putting gear on him first. I'm going to put these boots on. These boots are great. There is gear removal cost on this game, so be aware of that. So just equip these pieces. As you see, the offense set is going to give you an extra 12 or 15% attack per set, and it's only a 2-piece set. So just putting this on will give him a little bit extra stat. And then now we're good to go. I'm not going to upgrade the gear at all yet. I'm just going to go ahead with those characters. We have Ugo sitting here, which is great. You don't need a favor to do anything. So from here, let's just go in. What I want you to do now, I'm going to pause the video. I want you to go through the rest of the first campaign. Okay, once you've done all that, just go ahead and take this off. So there are auras in the game. I will talk about that real quick. So you click a character, you have aura skill, increase ally HP in battle play 15%. And then you have Sun Wukong, aura skill, increase ally speed in arena battles. So this is not arena, meaning that you're going to want to use your Kale as your opener. So you always want to try to have something that's benefiting your team, whether it's attack buff, effect res buff, accuracy buff would be amazing for early players. Accuracy is how you land your debuffs, but just go ahead and put Kale in the front and put Wukong in the back. Now, if you look in the middle of the screen, there's going to be stars. So we want to make sure we 3-star every stage, and you can never use more than 2 champions going through campaign. Yes, the other content will have full-on teams and everything, but for right now, just only use these 2 characters. And then once it gets to, I think it's the next stage after this, it tries to have you put 3 characters. Don't put 3, just continue using 2 characters. Okay, later when you're farming, you'll bring 4, but for your first clear of each campaign stage to get the 3-star, you want to only use 2 characters. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and beat all this, and then I will meet you back once you have cleared part 7. Just let it auto through the whole thing, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that you've finished the first full episode of the campaign, once you click through the story, you're going to be getting the new champion War Priest. She's just a 3-star. She's like a support character, but we have Ugo, which is going to just take her spot. So you also get this free full-on attack set. All right, now that we've done this, we're also open this up. So this is going to be the Arbiter missions. This is going to be what you sit and go through, and it kind of tells you what the next thing to do is. Okay, so next thing is equip a champion with 6 artifacts. All right, so we're going to go to our Kale. Our Kale, we're going to go ahead and just equip him with first off, the first thing we're going to do is go into Wukong, and we're going to put all the gear on Wukong that is not on anyone else. So that's attack percent, and that's attack percent. Not the ideal on the gauntlets, but it's going to give us what we need. Okay, so then the next thing, we're going to go to Kale, and we're going to put these pieces on as well, and there we go. So now we have 2 characters with some gear on, which is gives us just a little extra stat. This gear will get us through the first campaign of the game. So then from here, we're going to go ahead back out. It's going to give us the next challenge. Now we need to equip a champion with 4 artifacts level 4 or higher. Okay, so now we're going to go in. We're going to upgrade. The first thing we're going to do is upgrade the boots. Also with Raid, they used to not have this. This is pretty new. It's the last few months. Click the instant upgrade right away. This is super nice. We're just going to put this to +8 instantly. Okay, so we're not going to show that again. Slap that up to +8, and that gave us 2 rolls into attack, which is great. Next up, we're going to do the chest, +8. And then we're going to do the arms, +8. And then we are going to end off with the sword at +8. Okay, so the sword is going to give us flat attack, which is going to allow us to kill things faster. So the other ones, this would be for more survivability. Obviously, whenever you roll a piece of gear for every 3 levels, every 4 levels, you're going to be getting an additional stat on the gear. So if you're coming from Epic 7, it's very similar. But you'll get an extra roll on that. Obviously, for damage there, we're going to be looking at crit chance, crit damage, speed, and attack. And then if they have debuffs, we want accuracy. But for right now, we won't worry about gear too much. We'll go into like a deep dive of that later. But once we get this, we'll grab this. Now we need to clear stage 7 of Sewers of Arnik. But before we go do that, there's one thing I want us to do is go to the tavern. Okay, so in the tavern, this is where you're gonna be upgrading all your heroes. Okay, this is how you promote your heroes. This is how you do. My cat's going crazy. But we're going to go ahead and click Wukong. And as long as you've linked your player MID and followed what I had earlier, you're going to have this bucket. Okay, this bucket is going to give you him all the way leveled up. You can save this bucket until you 6-star character, but doing this early will give you, I think, more benefit overall. So it's that versus feed this plus 15 of these into him. It's going to get boosted up to level 35, which is fine. So what I'm actually going to do is save this barrel. Okay, you don't have to. You can just go ahead and use the barrel, but I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade that. And then we're going to get out of here. And then we're going to go to Kale and we're going to do the same thing for him. So now we have 2 boosted up characters, right? Once we have the 2 boosted up characters, we're going to go ahead and click on this tournament. So this tournaments in Raid Shadow Legends are amazing. It's one of my favorite contents in the game. You compete against other players. Right now, this is all new players that just started. So as you go in, for every stage you complete, you're going to be getting points. And there's different tournaments for different things. So there's tournaments for different, like dragons. There's tournaments for summoning champions. There's tournaments for just boosting up your champions, leveling them up. And I love that in Raid. Okay, it gives you like an idea of what you could farm during that time. And as long as you save your resources, like save your summons and only summon on a certain event or during one of these like tournament things, it's very, very good. But this will have a stamina pot in there, which I'm going to wait to claim for now. If you want to grab it, you can, but if you wait to claim it, you'll get more out of it. So from here, we're going to go ahead and go back into battle, and we're going to just go through chapter 2 the same way we just went through chapter 1. As you see down at the bottom, we have the stars. This is what I was talking about. Only use 2 characters. So if you go back to here and you see that these are not 3-starred, that means you brought a 3rd character in. Okay, so just use your first 2 characters. That's all you need for going through the first little bit. And this will allow you to get some gems, you get some summons, you get all sorts of stuff for getting 3-star on every stage. So next up, go to chapter 2. Same idea, just go to the first stage. And then we're going to go ahead and put our 2 characters in. And then even though there's 4 spots, the first time you beat it, just do 2. And you just go ahead and click start and let it auto through. So I'm going to meet you back here once you have beaten all the stages of this. Okay, once you have finished part 2, you're going to go in and you'll get him for free, but then you're going to be getting this HP set, okay? So once you get this HP set, you can also click over here on the left. It's going to take you over to this. We're going to have our daily challenges, making sure you do your daily challenges every day. One of the best ways to progress in Raid, because this is how you're going to be getting summons. You can see if you do everything for 6 days, you'll get a blue shard summon. This can gift you up to legendary champions. And you usually save these until like a boosted summon event. At the beginning, we'll probably just rip them early depending on what else is going on. But as you do your monthlies, this is where you're going to be getting these, which can only be an epic or legendary. You have a 6% chance for a legendary off your sacred shard. So sacred shards are really good. And then void shards are going to be characters, if you played Epic 7, like Moonlight characters, but they're characters that aren't affected by elemental disadvantage. So they're just usually really good for anything. Void characters are great. There's a couple of even 3-stars that are super, super good. So this is one of the things we're going to be making sure we finish, but not a big focus for right now. You are going to have a ton of packs pop up on your screen. You'll get used to it. I know it's going to be annoying. That's one of the big things with the raid, but obviously it works for them because they do really well. But I know it's annoying. You'll get used to it. Okay. In my main account, I don't even like acknowledge it. Okay. So then you're going to go ahead and claim this. Then you need to equip a support type champion with 4 life artifacts. Okay. So we click on Ugo. He is a support. So with Ugo, we'll go ahead and put all of the new 3-star ones that we got that are purple. Okay. So purple are epic pieces of gear, and we'll just go ahead and throw all 6 of these on. Okay. Once you're done with that, then you back out, then you claim this. Now we need to equip a support with 4 life artifacts, level 4 or higher. So for this, we're just going to boost everything to level 4. Okay, or it's 4 artifacts, but again, the same thing with this, but with a support, you'll prioritize upgrading the helmet and the shield first because they're going to be getting the extra base stat of HP. So I'm going to upgrade the helmet, and then I'm going to upgrade the arms. And if you guys upgrade more than what I'm doing now, it's fine, but I'm just doing it in a certain amount just because of the future challenges, trying to set you guys up for where you don't mess up the future challenges, basically. It makes it just a little easier. It's really hard to mess anything up in Raid. Okay, so all those actually rolled fine. It rolled into more bulk. So now that mission is done, we can exit out, claim this. Now we need to use 4 EXP brews at the tavern. So one thing I messed up earlier is we used our EXP brews, right? at the tavern already. So we're going to click Ugo, but it gave us more EXP brews for the challenge. So we need to use 4 EXP brews. So there's 4, and then it gave us the ones that are Ugo. So each character has an element, and it's going to be force. The elements are different from water, fire. It's going to be like force, magic, spirit. It's different, okay? And there's elemental advantage, which we'll go over later. So it's opposite of what you would think, though. So like you would normally think blue is good against red, but it's actually backwards. Red is for good versus blue. I don't know why they did it this way, but they did it this way, okay? So go ahead and upgrade him. That'll get the next challenge done. But we'll go over that in the future, okay? So don't stress about it too much right now. It really doesn't matter for the beginning of the game, or for at least the first day. Okay, so now it wants us to summon 5 champions. So we'll just do single summons of these. So these are how you get your fodder characters that you will use to boost up to get 6 stars. Okay, doing these summons, you can get 3-star characters off of this, which 3-star characters are going to be kind of the like foundation of your account. Usually, unless you're a heavy spender, then you kind of bypass. But still, some of the 3 stars, even if you are a heavy spender, are just fantastic. So as you see there, we summoned a spirit champion, and there's certain challenges for this, and we need one more. Yeah, this last one. And that's a 2-star. So if it's blue, it's a 3-star. If you get a 3-star, that's great. All right, now we'll go into here. Next thing is going to be clear the arcane keep 1 time. So you just click on this, click go, and we're going to go into this. We're just going to put Ugo. We're just going to put these 3 characters on. And again, try to make sure that your front character is going to be an aura character that actually has benefit. It isn't one that's, because there's some that are in like crypts, and just hit auto and 2x. But with your lead support character, your lead character, the aura buff they give, make sure it applies to all battles or whatever you are doing at the time. Okay, there are a bunch of different game modes in Raid. That's, again, part of why I really like it. Just there's faction wars where you can only use certain types of characters. There's a bunch of different like challenge stages that you can only use like certain, or like element of characters, or like force champions or void champions. You can only use 3 stars in certain stages. They have a lot of really cool things with the PvE. So now that that is done, now we need to clear stage 7 of the catacombs. So we are going to go do that, and that is part of the story. So again, more packs will pop up. We'll go ahead and claim any of the things that it's going to allow us. So this will summon a spirit champion, and you see you have to summon a force champion. You have your upgrade skills. These are all things that we do want to work on. One of the first ones we're going to want to go do is this. Just go ahead and knock this out, which will come back after we clear the next stage, okay? So go in, go to campaign, go to the catacombs here, and then go ahead and just put your 2 characters in, just your Kale and your Wukong, and grind through this. So I will meet you back once you are done with chapter 3. Okay, so now that you are done with chapter 3, just click through the story, and you're going to be getting a skill book here, and we're going to have a bunch of like other offset, like non-normal challenges. So for the first day, let's go ahead and just claim this. I'm not sure if you, I don't think if you progress further, it'll give you more missions. So just go ahead and claim this, and then you'll claim your daily, and that'll give you a bunch of experience. So it's a way to level up your account at the early game very, very quickly. The experience it gives you for your daily quests, eventually there will be 7 daily quests, but for the first day, it's only going to give you the 4. So go ahead and claim that. That's going to give us a little bit of boost, and then exit out of all these again, like always. You'll get used to it. Okay, and then we're going to get a skill book from this, and now we need to upgrade a rare attack type champion skill. Okay, so with skill ups, these are super, super important. Okay, only use your blue books, okay? And Kale will be a plus 15 character, so you can go ahead and use any blue book that you have on him, but do not use any of the purple books or anything higher, okay? Do not use those unless it's on the character that you want. So if you look here, a Wukong can only use the gold books, but you can use the higher rarity books for your lower rarity characters. So these would take purple books as an epic champion. You don't want to use your purple books on a 3-star character. Please do not do that. That is one of the first mistakes people make, okay? So just save your upper level books for the proper characters, and you will be very happy you did it, because skill books are very hard to get as you get further into the game. Okay, so now that we did that, more packs will pop up, and then we need to get a referral link. So if we go to get a referral link, we just click out of this, and we click get referral link, and we're good to go. Okay, that just copies the link to your dashboard, and it's fine. Next, we need to fight in Classic Arena 3 times. Okay, so these will just be bots, and then it'll be people, I think it's just mostly all bots, but just set a defense team. So for your defense team, just put your Ugo, or these 3 characters, and I always put Wukong first because he's going to give speed lead. So Wukong is speed lead or speed aura in arena battles. This is arena battle, so it'll give you a bonus there. Next up, we're going to go here. We're going to take our Wukong, we're going to take this, and we're going to put Wukong as our front. We're going to start on auto, and we're just going to let it go. Okay, beat these. You have to fight 3 times. Make sure you 2x it so it goes faster. Should just pretty much one-shot it. We didn't crit, so it's fine. But then next up, we go into the next fight, and we just have to win 3 battles, and we'll go to the next thing. So arena is something you have to grind, because it just gives you additional bonus stats for all your characters, which we'll go over later. I keep saying that, but there's a bunch of stuff we'll go over. But going and grinding arena every time you have the tokens is super, super beneficial because you get just overall stat bonuses. Later. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and claim this. Now we need to unlock a mastery for a champion. So whenever you do that, whatever your highest level character is going to be who it gives the masteries to. So the first one we're going to do is go ahead. We're going to go to Wukong. We're going to grab some crit rate on him. And then for the second one, I'm not really sure. So you get 1 reset. The beginning of the game, honestly, I like grabbing HP and then I go back and reset them. Otherwise, accuracy accuracy might not be too bad. I'm not sure. For right now, what I'm going to do for this, since you could get 1 free reset on your upgrades per character, we're just going to get some extra HP because that's going to allow us to go through and he'll survive for longer. So that's just an overall good thing. Obviously, the longer they survive, the better. Now we'll claim this. Next up, we need to clear Minotaur. So Minotaur is going to be those masteries. Masteries are going to be, we're just going to bring 3 characters for this. Masteries are going to be the way that you upgrade all your characters. Everyone has the same mastery tree, but the abilities you get and extra stats throughout the mastery like tree that you go through is insane. So the first gems we get, all those gems that you're getting right now, save them. And we are going to be buying masteries. So you can buy masteries with gems. It's not the most efficient thing to do late game, but early game, it allows you to get 1 character insanely boosted for nothing, right? It's really cost effective because it allows you to progress your account faster. So I highly suggest saving all your gems. Yes, you can use your gems for summons. If you're doing, like, say, a sponsor, like another content creator is doing a thing, you're following this to help that creator out, then you could do the summons because they'll probably have some kind of summon thing that you have to do to help them. But for this, if you want to actually get into raid, I'm going to try to give you the most efficient thing you can do with all your resources for the first few days. Okay. With my thing, it's just if you download it through my link, you obviously get Ugo. We're going to be getting Ultimate Gallic in a little bit too, which he's going to be really good for any content that we want to do. And other than that, though, I don't have anything that you have to do. You just have to play the game from my link. So it just depends on how you're playing. Next up, we need to win 1 of each type of life artifact from clearing Tagoar Castle. Okay, so with this, we have to win 1 of each life artifact. But there is also a challenge here that is going to be, let's claim this, the artifact challenge. So Tagoar Castle. You want to go through and you want to complete both at the same time, okay? So that means we need to win 2 swords, 2 helmets, 2 chests, and then 4 more of each of these, okay? So you want to make sure you get one of each different thing, or finish each of these different missions. So it's a lot. It's going to be annoying, but let's go ahead and start doing it. So the way we do this, we go into battle, we go into campaign, Tagoar Castle, and then go to stage 1. Now that we're in here, you can bring extra characters. So for the first few stages, obviously you can only have 2 characters. But past that, you're able to bring more characters. You can bring your Ugo, just bring anything you want to level up. You can bring a 1-star just to start leveling him up to work on fodder. But just go in, hit start, and then if you keep track of this, okay? This part's tough, okay? Keep track of it. You'll just one-shot all of this because your character's already way overpowered for where you're at. So you'll one-shot. Now at the end, we got a sword. So now we know we need 1 more sword because we need a total of 3 and we already had 1. So we need to go to replay and we do it again and we try to get another sword. And then we will eventually sell these artifacts, but for right now, just hold on to everything. The inventory space, you're not going to fill it up. I don't even know if you can fill it up. I haven't even filled up my main account. All right, so we did not get it there. So we need to go again. You have a chance of getting shards and you have a chance of getting characters. If you get anything that isn't what you're looking for, you have to do it again. So the reason why we didn't fully upgrade the characters is because this is giving us EXP. All right, so there's another sword. So now we can go to the next thing. All right, and then whenever you beat it or complete the challenge, if that pops up. Okay, so just get this knocked out. It's going to take you 10 minutes or so, and I'll meet you back once you're done with it. Okay, so now once you have made sure you've gotten all that you can do for that, just go ahead and click and then claim all this. I think there's still 1 more I need to do. Yeah, so this last one here is going to be win 5 artifacts from clearing stage 7. So when you need to go clear stage 7, you can win any artifact. So you just have to count to 4. And then for arena, we'll just claim this. Okay, I didn't even know we had that. All right, but we did end up finishing the other challenge too. So let me go ahead and claim this. Now we need to equip another champion with 6 life artifacts. It could be any champion, but for right now, just go to your war priest that you got for free and just equip her with 6 life artifacts. I'll just equip her with level, it doesn't matter. We'll just equip her with whatever we got. I won't even look at the stats. Just do, if you do lower rarity stuff whenever you remove it, it is going to be cheaper, but I don't think it'll matter a whole lot. All right, so I'll just equip this HP. No, we'll just equip this defense one, and then for boots, we got attack and defense, attack. All right, so we're just gonna do these defense ones. All right, there we go. So now she is done. We go finish this mission. Now we have to equip a rare attack type champion with 6 offense artifacts level 8 or higher. Okay, so now go to your Kale, and then we want to change this helmet and see if we have any other offense artifacts. We do not. So let's just go to our Wukong. We want to level up his artifacts to level 8. Okay, make sure everything is level 8. Upgrade this to level 8. And then we're going to, this part is a little bit annoying. We are going to remove this. It's going to cost 20,000 gold. Do not destroy it. Okay, remove it. And then go to your Kale. And then remove this. And then equip this to your Wukong. Okay, so make sure you click back over on Wukong. Equip this. And then level it up to 8. Okay, so once you get this leveled up to 8, then once you exit out of here, that's 6 offense artifacts level 8 or higher, correct? Okay, is that not done? Equip a rare attack type. Okay, my bad. If you're following along, I made a mistake. All right, we got to get out of this. Okay, it has to be a rare attack type champion, meaning we have to remove all of this. Okay, so this is going to cost quite a bit of gold. It sucks, but we're just going to go, wait. But for Kale, just look, so on Kale, we need to equip a helmet and then the bottom gear. So we don't need to remove that shield. So just remove each of these things. You will eventually not have to move gear around. It'll be fine. So now I forgot it was a rare attack type champion. All right, so let's just equip this. And equip this, equip this, equip this. And now we need to level up his sword and we need to level up the shield, which we need to do anyway. It'll give him some extra stats. Okay, so level that up and then upgrade this and go to level 8. And there we go. Now it's finished. That's my bad. I forgot it was a rare attack type champion. And then for 3 stars of Stage of Arnok, we already did that. Now we have to do the same thing of one of each offense artifacts. But before you go do that, make sure you finish this challenge first and come out and claim it. Okay, so we're going to go into here and we're going to go get the artifacts from beating the final stage, Tagoar Castle. So we just need 4 artifacts of this. Maybe you guys already did. If you did, I'll be back in a second once I'm done with it. Okay. Okay, so once you finish up this last mission of getting the artifacts and come here, you're going to be getting a skill book, which is going to go on your Kale, but we'll wait to do that. And then we're going to claim all this, and now we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so now we need to win 3 weapons. So go through, and you need to win 3 of each this time, because it didn't count for the first ones you did before, because the other mission were available. That's why you want to go and always finish up a mission before you start the next mission, because the tracker doesn't start counting until you get to that point. So right now we're at the point where we are going in for this mission. We need to win 1 of each artifact, but actually we need to win 3 of each of the beginning ones and then 5 of the next ones. And these are going to be attack set. You're also going to be getting these items down here. So claim any of the stuff that you see anytime you can. And we're getting close to a summon too. So our first summon on the account will be soon. But next up, just go in, do the exact same thing. And now you are able, again, you can put in other characters. So I'm just going to bring 4 just so I'm getting the EXP for all the different characters. If you don't bring characters, just lose out. So you might as well just bring 4 different characters and then just start going through, then start counting. So again, you need to get the weapon here. And then once you get 3 weapons, you move on to the next stage. So I'll meet you back once you're done with this. I know this part's annoying, but once it's done, and you get a ton of stamina back for finishing these challenges as you get further. Okay, so there's 1, so we'll just replay until we get 2 more. But I will be back once I am finished with this. Again, you guys need to make sure you download it through my link in the description or the QR code at the top to have the character. Now that you're hitting level 15, you should be having Ultimate Gallic, and you'll have all the top 4 characters on my screen right now. I am recording this later as just a reminder. If you don't have this stuff by this point, then you wouldn't have downloaded through my link. So please, again, if you're following along, just so you have the same stuff I do and you don't get confused, link down in the description, QR code at the top, just download through that. You might have to restart, but you're not too far in. It'll only take you an hour to get back to where you are, but just make sure you have these characters going forward by downloading through one of those. Okay, so now that you have hopefully cleared all of that, we'll back out and get to claiming all of the stuff. So looking here, we are going to have all of this. So claim all of this, and then it unlocks a new, harder batch of challenges. So grab all of these, some extra gold for you and another skill book. Now it has upgrading artifacts. So this one's super easy. So just upgrade a bunch of artifacts to level 4 or higher. So I want you to do that. But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at this. We need to equip another attack type champion with 6 offensive artifacts. So while you were going through all that, should have hit level 15. So once you hit level 15, you're going to be getting Ultimate Gallic. There's another attack type champion. So I planned this out decently well, I think. But we'll go ahead and just grab that stuff. And now we'll go in and go to our Ultimate Gallic. And we are going to throw 6 pieces of attack gear on him. But what I want you to do is put the gear back on Wukong from Kale first thing. So just go ahead and remove, well, which one's better? All right, we don't want the crit damage because we don't have. Okay, so I am going to equip this to him. And then I'm going to I'm just going to go ahead and remove pretty much the rest of it. So what's he need? He just needs all the bottom stuff. So let's go ahead and just remove all this for now. Make sure you do not destroy it. I hate that the destroy button's so easily accessible. But we go ahead and I'll just equip this all to Wukong. Yes, we wasted a bit of gold, but at least that challenge is done. So go ahead and equip him with all that stuff. And now our Wukong is back again being our hard carry character. And from here, we're going to go to our Kale and we're going to go and just put on whatever the best pieces that you just got were of the attack set. So we're just going to equip this and let's see if we have any like crit chance or attack percent. We have crit right there. We have attack percent here. I'm going to do attack percent because there is a challenge coming up that you have to equip attack percent of certain pieces. So that's will work for that. Let's see if we have any attack percent chests we got out of that. We do not. We do not. So for this, I'll just put the accuracy one on. And then now for the boots, let's see if we have an attack percent one. We have a flat attack. Flat attack is not what we're looking for. So we'll just put one of these speed boots on and that's fine. So that mission is done. So we claim that. Next up, we need to clear stage 4 of Durham Forest. So now I want you guys to go into Durham Forest, clear to stage 4, and then go back and do this for just beating stages. So I want you to beat all of Durham Forest right here, but because it'll finish this mission, so go ahead and beat all the stages, but try to clear this, go out, grab this, then farm the rest of it, and try to make sure you get the 4 artifacts. So you just, well, you could have clicked go to it from there, but let's just go ahead and get that done real quick, and then we'll work on a bit more things. So here's Durham Forest. We'll have your story. Again, go in with 2 characters. So we're going to put our Kale as our lead, Wukong as secondary, and just clear to stage 4, back out, grab that, then beat the rest of it and see how many more artifacts you need, and then get until you're done with the artifacts, okay? We'll be back in just a second. Okay, so once you've cleared stage 4, I want you to go out and grab this, like I was saying, but we're going to do one real quick thing. So go into your characters, switch your Wukong back onto these lifesteal boots, and then switch your Kale back onto the already upgraded other boots. Now from here, I want you to just +4 each of these pieces, no matter what they are, it's fine. They're just going to be in trash, but it costs almost nothing to upgrade them, 2 + 4. But there's the challenge that we need to upgrade X amount of artifacts, 2 + 4. So just go ahead and do this. And we get that done so we can start having the next batch of missions open. So next up, I want you to go to your Ugo, and I want you to upgrade these pieces as well, all to +4, any that you haven't done yet. So it is going to be these 2. And then from here, we are going to go ahead and just put a set on Gallic. Honestly, the best thing to do is just put any 1-star attack set stuff you have because it'll be cheaper to take it off later. So let's just put it on because we are going to be using him for whatever. This has attack percent, throw it on, do a chest. They both have res. What's this one? Res. Okay, I'm gonna put the HP on so it at least gives something. And then for boots, I'll just put this speed boot on. Okay, and now the helmet, doesn't really matter, just put that helmet. All right, so this will be cheaper to remove, but let's go ahead and upgrade all of this. You could upgrade it without putting the pieces on if you wanted to, but this will be fine. So upgrade all of this, and this will finish this other batch of missions because we want to have that batch done. I don't want to forget to do it, and it will be very easy to forget to go and knock that out. So let's do that. And then we'll do the boots, and we need to upgrade one more piece, 2 + 4. So the next piece, upgrade to +4. It doesn't matter. Just take any of your 1-star pieces and just upgrade to +4, and you're done. So that will be everything we need, and that is this batch of missions finished. And you get a bunch of energy back for this, so you really didn't spend anything. Yeah, it's quite a bit of energy, actually. So claim your next skill book. Now it's going to be getting 3-star items from doing that. We're not going to worry about farming this yet. what I want you to do now is you're going to go ahead and go back into missions and finish going through this. So one thing I noticed is I did die. Okay, so on this stage, that's why I wanted you to go back. I did die on the stage because I didn't have enough stats on my things. That's why I want to go upgrade the gear. Now we should be fine to get through this. We will end up switching the gear soon to where they're on actual decent stuff. But for right now, just go ahead and beat through this and get the 4 artifacts and go to the next thing, which will be getting potions. So I'll meet you back once you finish up this and get the 4 artifact drops. I've already gotten 2. Okay, so now you have finished getting the 4 artifacts. Our next thing is win a total of 3 lesser potions from Spirit, Force, Magic, and Void dungeons. So let's go ahead and let's just go to the Arcane Keep and throw in your 4 main characters. If you want to throw a 5th character in for leveling, go ahead. So this will be our team, and we'll just beat this. What I want you to do here is beat to level 3 of all the different types. Okay, so you'll do this, go to level 3, then go to the Magic Keep. So these normally are only open once on a rotating schedule, and then every 3 days it'll be open again. And then Sundays are the only days to do the void ones, which are the purple. So we're at the beginning of the game, all of them are open, so I want you to take advantage of them all being open and try to complete as many of the missions as possible. So go ahead, do this. Once you beat stage 3 of this, go and do stage 3 of the Magic Keep, and all the different keeps. Go to stage 3 with this team, okay? That's all you need to do. So go do that. Once you have finished that, meet me back here in a second. Okay, so now you should have beaten to stage 3 of each of the different types. So we're gonna back out of this and we should have a bunch of missions done now. So come in here, grab this, and then grab this for beating the campaign. And now we need to win attack percent gauntlets. But before we go focus on that, we did unlock the market. So with the market, I personally wouldn't really buy any of this. I'll buy the first one and the second one. But then it starts costing gems. So unless you see, so this can have summons in it up to 5 a month. So you could get blue summons out of it. I would only upgrade this if you see a blue summon. So right now, we still don't want to spend any of our gems, or those gems will be used to make our account progress faster. But for right now, just you can buy those first 2 because it's just cheap and doesn't cost much silver. But in here, you won't really buy anything. If you do need to buy something tomorrow for the daily, usually you'll buy a mystery shard just to get that daily quest done, because one of the daily quests is buy 1 item from there. Next up, we're going to go into here. One was beat dungeon 15 times. We'll grab that. That's some extra EXP. And then out of this, let's go to challenges. And now we claim all of the challenges. And there we go. And this gives us a summon. So we now have our first summon. And from here, we have to do annoying grind. Okay, so this part kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Let's go in. Let's do our 1 summon that we got. Hopefully you guys get lucky. If you are ever curious on this, what the best characters are, I would really like Pythian, or what? How do you say his name? Yeah, Pythian. Pythian I have on my main account. He's a solid reviver. I do like him a lot. In terms of other characters, Oella would be cool. The chance of you getting one of these is very low. Lady Kimi would be cool too. So it just depends on when you start, depends on the summon event that's going on. But I mean, I don't mind any of them, but I think I already have Ugo. So I'm going to go for like some kind of, let's go for her. She's a support character. I'm going to go for this character. It's another support character though. No, let's go for a damage. Let's go for Lady Kimi. I just like Lady Kimi. I'm going to go for her. Okay, the chance of getting her is like non-existent, but let's just go ahead and rip a summon for fun. So I'm going to talk a little bit about summoning in here. All right, so we got a 3-star. Most of the time we get 3 stars. So we got a totem. I doubt I use her. She has poison. Maybe I'll look into it. Decreased defensive poison isn't bad, and it continues to heal to keep your team alive. Oh well, it's only on this champion. So she's not great, but it's fine. Now, one thing I want to talk about though is fusion. So fusions, there are sometimes fusion events where you can get a legendary character just for grinding. Usually you have to spend money though to get them on stamina, unless you stockpile your stamina before then. But with this, I am going to probably at least get one of these guys. He's pretty good. Depending on when you start, there might be a different fusion event. Lady Mikage, insane. You get a mythical character in the game. Mythical characters are god tier in this game. They have 2 different skill sets, so it's basically like mixing 3 legendaries together almost. All of them are pretty crazy. So Lady Mikage is going to be one of the main things you're going to be trying to get characters for over time. It's going to take you a long time to get it, but again, that's one of the things I like about this game is the long-term progression. Things that you want to do take a long time. So the way fusions work is you could get these characters and boost them up and then fuse them into the next character higher. So if you get any of these 4 combination of characters, you can fuse into the next character higher, or you could just pull these. You never know. You could pull one of them, and that makes it where you don't have to do the fusion part. Lady Mikage is hard. Relic Keeper, you have to do some of the missions. Raisins, not, I mean, he's usable, I guess, for a new player if you don't have much. And then Broodmaw, we have Ugo, which kind of I would rather use over Broodmaw. So we have some, we might work on these, but if you look here, we have a dot here. That means we have this. A lot of these champions are farmable. So like this, you can get him from that. You can get him from Palace Aravia. So all of these champions for this character are farmable, except for these ones, okay? So Broodmaw would be an option, but for right now, I just wanted to show what fusions are. You just have to level up the character, ascend them, and then mix them all together, and you get a new character out of it. So we will talk about that and be working on that throughout as we go. But for right now, we're going to go ahead in the summoning thing. One thing I want to talk about real quick, I talked about the tournament. So you have the new player tournament. So you can claim all the stuff that you've gotten so far. The higher you score in the tournament, you will have a chance of getting whatever the top rewards are. They have different rewards for different things. Next up, we have our events. So with the events, you just get rewards for going through and getting different things. So this one's a Dungeon Divers event. As you get a gear drops, you get points that gives you a bunch of free stuff. Okay. And these are really big. So this right here, this is part of the fusion event. We can get this free character. You can get a summon. You can get a skill book. You get 30 gems out of this. Overall, it's not bad. And we have another one starting. So depending on what's going on, just look at it and see if it's something you can work on. But at the beginning of the game, those aren't like highest priority. So now that we're done with all this, what I want you to do is you have to win a gauntlet with attack percent. Okay, so you need to go into here, bring whatever 4 characters you want to bring to level up as you farm, and you have to do the stage until you get a gauntlet with attack percent. Okay, but we have the other missions going to where if we get any 3-star along the way, it also finishes the mission. So what I want you to look for here is getting any 3-star gauntlet. So that's a 1-star one, and it doesn't have attack percent. So we got to go again. But I want you to get the 2 different things. I want you to get at least 1 3-star of any type. That'll finish the mission. I want you to get attack percent. There are 3 of these missions for the attack set. So just bear with me. Go through, wait till it drops, and I'll meet you back here. So we got to go again. I'll meet you back here once you have gotten those 2 things completed. Okay, so now we have gotten a armband with attack percent. It needs to be attack percent. It cannot be flat attack. So hopefully you guys have achieved that. Now we're going to go out, and we also got a 3-star gauntlet along the way. So we're going to go ahead and claim this. That's 50 extra energy. And then we'll go and claim, we did get arena defense. That's kind of nice. Sometimes that takes a while. So from here, we're going to go ahead and back out, go to missions and collect this. Now we need to clear stage 1 or higher of Ice Golem Peak 3 times. So what I'm going to do for this is go into Ice Golem, and I am going to just set my normal team that we have been using for everything. And then we're going to just beat it 3 times. One thing is you can click super raids, and that allows you to beat it 2 times in a single go. So as you see, it doubles your stamina. This is really useful later. It allows you to farm twice as fast in any kind of dungeon content. So, or not any kind, you can't do it on the trying to get the potions, but most content you can click super raids and it allows you to do everything twice as fast. So the first one I'm just going to do normal, and the second one I'm going to do super raid. I'm just going to beat the first 2, or actually we'll beat each stage. We'll beat to stage 3 and see if I struggle at stage 3, I'll come back, but just beat this 3 times. Okay, I was able to beat up stage 3, so you guys will have no problems, but just beat to stage 3 and then leave out of here, progress this mission. Next thing is we need to equip 4 champions with 6 artifacts of level 8 or higher. So we need to go into our champions, any of the ones that are geared. So we have our Wukong already done. Next, let's go ahead and look at Ugo. So with Ugo, let's go ahead and just upgrade each piece to level 8. And then go through and do this for each of the 4 like main characters that we're using right now. So go do that. This will take a second. But once we do this, our team will be a little bit stronger, obviously. And we'll be able to beat a little bit harder stuff. Most of the gear we are going to still end up changing. But for right now, let's go ahead. And I want to do this together just because we may end up switching the gear on, say, Ultimate Gallic, just to have some of the better pieces that we got. So now Ultimate Gallic, we do have this cheap attack set on for right now, but we did get these 2 pieces here. So go ahead and equip these 2 pieces to your Ultimate Gallic and take the other set off. These pieces will at least give him a shield. They'll just be, and they're 3 stars, so they'll just be better than what he was currently on. So then we upgrade this to level 8. And then the thing with the cheap gear is it's super easy to upgrade, and we have to do it for these challenges. And this just makes it easy, or like cheaper to take off later too. So gear is extremely hard to upgrade as you get further. Silver is one of your biggest like things in this game. You gotta have a lot of silver. So that's done. Next up, we only have one more we need, and that will be our Kale. So let's go in, and any piece that's not already level 8, just go ahead and upgrade it. And we're almost done. So upgrade this. 2 more, upgrade this. But silver is one of the biggest like blockades as you get like mid game. So now that it's done, next we need to defeat 20 champions of Classic Arena. So just go into Arena, set your 4 strongest characters, which are these 4 that we just upgraded gear on, and just do these. So we need to do 20 different ones. So it'd be 5 fights if you fight anything with only 1 guy on the team. Then you don't need to do another fight. So I'll meet you back here once you have cleared all of this. Okay, so now that you have beaten the arena mission, go ahead and claim that, and you need to upgrade a rare attack type champion to level 30. We did that instantly. That was our Kale, so we go ahead and grab that. Now we need to upgrade 2 artifacts to level 12 or higher. So we'll go into there, and it's going to be our Wukong gear. So the first piece is going to be your boots. These boots will be used on your account for a very, very long time. So we upgrade that to level 12, and usually I will just go ahead and do the sword to level 12, but any of the bottom tier gear is good. For Wukong, since he does go to level 50. So flat attack usually helps with the lower level, but attack percent's always what you want to go to, because as they get higher level, the multiplier gets higher, obviously. So that is done, so go ahead and grab that. Now we need to clear stage 4 of Felwyn's Gate. So it's going to be the same idea. So we need to go clear up to stage 4 of the next chapter, and then we need to win an attack percent as primary stat in the sewers of Arnak. Okay, so we need to go and do that. So let me go ahead back out of here. We want to claim all these other challenges, but what I want you to do is go beat stage 4 and then go and grab the chest of attack percent. And along the way, if you're willing to do these 3 missions as well, you need to get a 3-star of each of the different sword, helmet, and chest. We will have a mission specifically for the boot, but for right now, try to get 1 of each of the sword, helmet, and chest, all 3-star, after you get to level 4 of that next mission. And here we can claim this. And let's go ahead and start. Let's check the market, see if there's any chart or things. Nope, nothing in the market. So let's go ahead and go do those 2 things. I'll meet you back here when you are finished with that. We get some more gems here. We're about to get another summon. So just go ahead and set your 2 characters on your team and beat to level 4. And then go back to Sewers of Arnak and do all the things I just said. Okay, that's for getting the attack percent stuff. I will meet you back when you are done with those 2 things. Okay, be sure after you beat stage 4 to come and collect this before you go and start trying to get the attack percent. So come in there, do this, and then go into here. Because if you get an attack percent while the other one's not claimed, it will not count. So go ahead and now start grinding this. You want to get a 3-star piece, and you want to get attack percent piece. So there's 2 different ones. Then go back and get the sword, helmet, chest through stage 1, 2, and 3. So the way that campaign farming works is... Okay, that's not it. It's not attack percent. The way campaign farming works is the first stage of every set is going to give you sword. Second stage is going to give you a helmet. Third stage, it's an order of the gear from left to right of pieces. And we will actually be farming campaign for our early speed set gear, but it needs to be higher difficulty. So again, you want to get those 2 things, 1 3-star piece and 1 attack percent piece, and then go back and get those 3. And I will meet you back. This might take you a little bit, but getting it done now, you'll be super happy it's done. Okay, I'll meet you back here in a sec. Okay, so now that you have gotten a 3-star piece of each of the different kinds, I also did just finish this of win a campaign battle using level 20s or higher. I'm going to go ahead and claim that. We just need to summon a Force Champion now for this. And then for here, I went and got all those 4 things finished. So now all I need to do is equip an attack type champion with 3-star or higher offense sets. Okay, so now that we have these 2 missions, we're going to wait to finish those up because there's going to be a mission to get the boots. So we go ahead and claim this. Now you need to clear stage 1 or higher of Dragon Slayer 3 times. It's just like the Ice Golem. Go in, set your normal team, and then beat this once, and then beat stage 2, then beat stage 3. So fight this and go to next for each one. Once you beat these 3, we'll meet back. And I don't remember what's from here, but we'll keep going, okay? Okay, so now we have beaten the Dragon Slayer 3 times. We unlocked Faction Wars. We are probably not going to mess with that too much yet, because Faction Wars, you have to have specific characters of different types. As you keep leveling up your account, you're going to keep getting more and more different types of content that gets released. So now we need to earn 60 stars on campaign and normal difficulty. That's why I've been telling you to use 2 characters only each time. And now we need to clear up to chapter 7, and then it is the attack percent. Okay, we need to go get the attack percent and a 3-star. Once we get those 2 things, it's going to finish up a bunch of the challenges that we need to do, okay? So go and get to the end of chapter 7 for this. Now, with this, your Kale is going to start dying, so one thing you can do is go ahead and put Ugo in there in the front, and see how this works. But if you ever fail a stage, you can go back in and try it again, or you can go level up your artifacts a little bit more. But for right now, I'm just going to do this mixture just to try to play it safe and see if we can beat it with this. And then if I have any troubles, I'll come back. But our characters right now are in a stage where they're about to get a big boost with everything that we're going to do. But we're trying to like min-max at the lowest cost right now as possible, so we have more resource for later. The annoying part with this stage is these stages is they can put immortality on themselves where they can't die, and if they do get that, your Wukong has to have a skill 3 ready. But I'll be back. Just beat these 3 stages, and if you have any trouble, or if I have any trouble, I'll let you know. If you do have any trouble, you probably just do the stage again. So, but with Ugo, you should be healing just fine. So if you were using Kale to try to beat these 3 stages, just go back and use these 2. Would be the idea, because Ugo can revive and heal. All right, so with Ugo in the front, I had no issues. I beat every stage without, it was super fast. We had a bunch of EXP brews. We're going to hold on to those for now. And the next thing I want you to do, go claim this, and then you want to win the attack percent boots. So you want to, there's 2 different things, get attack percent boots and get them a 3-star boot. So it doesn't matter what the stat on 3-star is, but it'll be 2 different boots unless you get lucky and get a 3-star attack percent one. That'd be great. But just go ahead and farm this, get this last little thing done, and then it gets a little less repetitive for a little bit. We get it? No attack percent. All right, I am selling some of them. You guys can just go ahead and keep and hold your stuff. You don't have to sell anything yet. We'll do a big sell and clean up at a certain point. But I'll be right back once I eventually get these 2 things. Okay, so now we have gotten everything we wanted. Our 3-star, unfortunately, wasn't attack percent or speed, but we did get the missions completed. So the next one is equip an attack type champion with gauntlets, chestplate, and boot with attack percent as a primary. So we are going to have to go and do that real quick. We can claim this. And then let's back out, and we need to do those 2 missions. So with attack percent as a primary, we have attack, and we have speed. So we need to go to that boot we just got and find attack percent. There we go. So now we need to equip this, and do not sell. All right, so that finishes the mission. All right, and then we need to join a clan. So go to clan, click go. For now, you have 2 options. You can either join my Discord. We have some clans in there going. We're going to make more clans as this channel starts going along, because obviously this first video, we just started this channel. So depending on when you start, you either just go to quick join a random clan. You can leave clans whenever. It's fantastic. And just join different ones. So now we have joined that clan. That'll just have to work. Next up, we need to upgrade 2 or more artifacts to level 12. So we're going to go to our Wukong. We're going to put those other boots, the lifesteal boots, back onto him. They are speed main stat with good other substats. So let's go ahead and equip that. And then hit OK. And the next thing we want to do is upgrade 2 more of his pieces to level 12. So we're going to do the arms. And then from there, we will do, I guess, the helmet. Let's do the helmet. We're going to upgrade all of it to level 12 eventually, but do those 2 pieces. And now we're good. That mission is done. We claim this. Now we need to win Classic Arena Battle 5 times. But one other mission that we have, you go to your challenges, we need to go to artifacts, and we need to equip an attack type champion with 3 3-star or higher offense sets. Okay, so we have 2 of 3. So what we need to do here is go into our heroes, and then let's look at our Kale. He has, so the closest one we have is this. So if anything, we need to go and equip a new boot to him again. So maybe we should have did this. I just wasted some of your gold, but you go ahead and equip this. And then that'll finish the mission. And then you go back and equip the other piece right away again. So yes, we just wasted a little bit of gold, but it's fine. That mission is now done. So let's go ahead and claim that. That's going to give you another 75 stamina. So we're sitting at 1,000 stamina. That's great. And then now we can claim these 2. So this is upgrade 3 artifacts, level 8 or higher, level 8 or higher, level 8 or higher, and equip an accessory to a champion. So the accessory to a champion we will get over time. But for right now, just go in, and we need to upgrade some pieces to level 8. If you have anything that isn't level 8 yet, we do not. So I'm not going to worry about doing those missions until we get accessories, and you have to 4-star awaken a character before you can put accessories. So for right now, we'll just let that sit. And then from here, the next mission was going to be do your arena battles and clear stage 4 of Palace of Aravia. So those are 2 missions I want you to go do. Go do 5 arena battles, and then go to the next chapter campaign, go to stage 4, and then I'll meet you back here once you get both those things done. Also, you will run out of tickets. You do have this classic arena refill. You'll probably have a bunch of those. Just go ahead and use them. Okay, those classic arena refills are how you get the extra battles. So just do not feel bad about using them. Just click it whenever you're out of your different fights. So maybe you've already run out and you needed some because you're playing faster than I am. I did take a little break, but just go ahead and burn those whenever you're going to be doing more battles. Okay, now finish up all the stuff that I said. I'll meet you back here. Okay, once you have beaten part 4 of that, you can come down here. You get another free summon and some extra gold. So grab those 2 things. And we're going to back out. We are going to go and see what the next mission is. It is upgrade a champion to rank 4. Okay, so we're going to learn about farming. And from right here, one of the things I want you to do at this point is we have this thing called the Call of the Arbiter missions. So if you go into this, you can click share trailer and then just hit copy and it'll give you these rewards. Okay, so these are just some extra rewards you can get. You're going to be way overcapped on stamina once you do this. Going through, as you see, here are some gems that we could grab here, some more EXP and stamina, some silver, some brews. I'm going to go ahead and grab the brews. Those would be good. And I guess I'll just go ahead and grab the those. And you don't really want to be overcapped on stamina. And here are 50 free auto battles. That would be nice. We'll go ahead and grab it all. You're going to be overcapped on stamina for a while. It's just how the game is. So just go ahead and grab each one of the things in this. You can also watch the trailer. So if you click watch on trailer, it'll take you to the website and then you can just grab, it's like 500,000 silver. So this is a 4-star chicken. It doesn't really help us, but chickens are a way to promote characters without having to boost up other characters, which is really nice. But just go ahead and grab it all. And some of it will go to your mailbox. We don't have to claim it all right away. So just grab each one. And from here, we are done. So now make sure you do that and then go in and watch all of them, claim it all. And that will go away. But for right now, just get the stamina. Then we're going to have our progression reward. So I want you to come into here and grab all of this for leveling up along the way. Now, if you check your mailbox, you're going to have a bunch of that stuff just went to your mailbox. Don't grab the 50 auto battles yet. And we have all these that are only good for 24 hours. So we are going to want to do some extra arena battles. But none of that matters right now. What matters is our summon. Let's see if we get anything good. 3-star. Darn. And we got Berserker. Okay, so Berserker, if you guys are curious, the Discord has a sheet with all of the good 3-stars in it. You will see me use certain ones. A lot of the 3-stars I will be using will be free ones that everyone will have just because it makes it easier. The free 3-stars are able to farm for 3-stars in the game. But this character doesn't do anything crazy, so we won't mess with him. And it attacks all enemies 2 times, which is nice, so he can kind of farm for you, but we have our other characters that we'll focus on first. So now we have done this, the next mission is going to be upgrade a champion to rank 4. So we're going to go into the tavern. Our first rank 4 champion is going to be our Kale. Okay, so I do know that these 2 characters I do not care about, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what you need to do to upgrade characters. So if you just go to upgrade level, go to one of your 2-stars, so say your sniper, you can take them in to fights and you can level them up that way by getting them EXP. So as you're farming, you can also feed characters into each other. So if you see here, I feed these 4 characters in, she's fully leveled up. Once you level her up, you can go to upgrade rank. It'll give you a little tutorial, but you would feed 2 2-star characters to a fully leveled 2-star character and then hit upgrade. Okay, so there we go. There is 1. And now if we do that again for another character, we can go ahead and upgrade her level. We do the same thing. And then I always go to 1 off the max, and then I'll feed smaller ones in to finish up, usually the 1-stars. And one thing you can do with this, you can use your green summons. So that's what green summons are nice for. So right there, we upgrade that, then upgrade the rank. We feed 2 more into it, hit upgrade. And I'm not going to use any of my 3-stars just in case you guys got 3-stars. I'm going to go ahead and go into this. We'll just do some summons here. This will also finish some challenges for us. And if you get any blues, that's a 3-star character, but otherwise it's just 2-star characters and whatnot. So do a 10 summon, then come back out. We're going to go to one of those 2-star characters. We're going to go to upgrade level, and we are going to put the potions into him and then feed all of the 1-star characters that we just got. I think we need one more. Nope, that's it. Okay, so those, now we need to upgrade the rank. So if you need to get more 2-stars or anything, just go do more summons. But there we go. There are all of our characters that we needed. Now we want to upgrade the rank. We're going to click on our Kale, and we're going to feed those 3 characters that we just worked on. So they might be locked. You can unlock them. But at any of the 3-stars that you got, a lot of the time, those end up being fodder if they're not good ones. And you could just level up your characters otherwise. But yes, the promotion system in this game is a little outdated. I really wish they would upgrade it in some capacity like Epic 7 did, and you guys were Epic 7 players. Maybe one day they'll make it nicer, but for right now, this is how it works. So we're just going to go ahead and upgrade him. And now we have a Kale that is upgraded. Now we're going to upgrade his level a little bit. And give me 1 sec. We're going to let's just give him 5 potions. That'll give him at least to level 20. And then from here, We're going to go in, we finish that mission. Now we have to do the Ice Golem and win one of each type of speed artifact from clearing Palace of Aravia. Okay, so it's the same idea, but this one, at least we don't have to get the 3 stars at the side along the way too. So just go in and claim any of the quest stuff we just did. There's a EXP or stamina thing. We have 2,000 stamina, so as you see, we're way overcapped. But we'll go to challenges, we'll claim this. It's going to give us an extra skill book. Now it just has a bunch of other summon challenges that we'll do. These we'll just do over time. The biggest thing to focus on is the artifact ones because the rewards are pretty nice. And we will do more dungeon ones because obviously who doesn't like summons? But for right now, that's kind of out of our reach. So the first thing we want to do is just go and do Ice Golem. So go and do Ice Golem, and then I'll meet you back here. You just have to beat 2 or higher of Ice Golem Peak 3 times. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to start on stage 4 and see how hard it is. I'm just going to click Super Raids, and then hopefully I beat this. You would like to continually beat the next highest thing because that gives you more points for the tournament. So we'll see if this will beat it. It should, but I'll meet you back here after I have beaten this because it's only 2 times, so we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I was able to beat stage 4, but stage 5 is going to be a bit too hard, and you do have to beat it 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead and just fight stage 4 again, just so I don't fail. And because if you fail stages in this game, you actually lose the stamina. So you don't want to farm something that's too high for you. So we're going to try to avoid losing the stamina and not fail it. So we're just going to do this stage again, and we'll be done. So I'll meet you back here once you have finished the 3 fights. Okay, so now we have done that. We beat it 3 times or more. Next, we need to win one of each type of speed artifact from clearing this. So we haven't fully beaten this chapter yet. So what I would do is go back, and there are 2 things you can do. Now that our Kale is a little bit lower leveled, he isn't going to quite have the stats. He did get the boost from getting to 4-star, but until he gets to level 30, he won't be the same stats that we had before. So if you want to, the safest thing to do is this combination. And then you want to win one of each type. It'll tell you that every single time you try to go into fight if you don't have an aura character. But you want to win one of each type of artifact. So once you get the sword, you'll continue. Once you get the helmet, you'll continue. Once you get the shield, and you have to do that for each one. And with doing this, you are going to end up beating all the way to the end of chapter 7. So go ahead and do that. Get the 6 different individual pieces and just go ahead and beat stage 7. But yeah, so Ugo will make it super easy. So we did get the sword, so we're going to go ahead and go to the next one. Since we already beat this, we could bring more characters, but I'm not going to bother because then once I get to stage 4, I have to go move off my team. So it's fine. Just go ahead and finish this mission. I will meet you back here once you are done with chapter 7 and have gotten one of each type of artifact. Or chapter 5. Chapter 5. Okay, so we have just beaten the chapter and we've gotten each of the artifacts we wanted. So we got a new set here. The set it's not a bad set. It heals 3% every turn. It gives you extra HP. So two free pieces. Now from here, we'll go out and we just finished this mission. And now we need to upgrade 2 more artifacts to level 12 or higher. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Ugo's pieces. So I'm going to upgrade his arm to level 12 and I'm going to upgrade his chest to level 12. That'll give you the most value out of him. So boots these 2 pieces. And there we go. So now that progress mission is complete, and we're going to get additional summon for clearing stage 7. And now we need to go do Minotaur. So we need to go beat Minotaur 2 or higher 3 times, and we need to go win 10 medals from Classic Arena. Okay, I want you to do those 2 things before we go in and start doing Tilshire. So go ahead and go to this, and I'm going to see what's the highest stage of Minotaur. We've done 3. I'm going to go ahead and put on my other 2 characters. So with farming Minotaur, you get scrolls at the end, and it's random which character goes into. If you have a character that's max scrolled, it'll go to the other characters instead every time. So once you get one maxed out and it makes him super strong, he'll carry you through this, and you'll boost up your other characters that way. Okay, so whenever we're doing this right now, we maybe don't want to put War Maiden on there because if she gets any scrolls, it's not going to be great for us. So I'm going to go ahead and take her off, but if you want to put her on, you can. We'll just put her on for this, and you want to do the highest stage that you can. So for right now, beat this, then go to the higher one after. You should be strong enough to beat it, no problem. Ugo's there as like a safety net. If you die, he'll bring you back. So beat this twice, and then go win your arena battles. And then if you run out of the tokens, just spend the bags that we have in the inventory to finish the battles up. And then I'll meet you back once we do these 2 things. Okay, so whenever you're doing arena, if you ever have a group that is too strong, you have a free refresh up here. So say there's a team on there that you cannot beat, you just want to refresh it up here. It's normally free, but since I was climbing, whenever it auto refreshes for you raising your overall arena rank, it is going to use up a refresh. So if I waited 15 minutes, I could refresh and fight a weaker team. You shouldn't have ran into any issue, but if you did, that is what you do to solve that, is just click the refresh button. So now we've finished this. The next up, we're going to be clearing stage 7 of Tilshire. Okay, so with stage 7 to Tilshire, we just come in, it'll start stage 7. And with this, I want you to use Ugo and your Monkey King. Okay, with these two characters, it'll just be safer. You could maybe get away with using Kale and it'd be faster, but I just don't want you guys to fail at all and have to redo the stage. So just go through with this. Ugo will keep you alive with healing, and your Wukong has enough damage to kill everything. So go beat all 7 parts of this chapter, and I will meet you back once you are done with that. Okay, so we beat chapter 7. Actually, it was kind of close. So if you do fail it, just run it again, and you should be able to 3-star it and not lose anything. So from here, we get Rocktooth. Rocktooth he's a fusion character. You can mix him into something else. But overall, the skill kit isn't great. He does have a heal reduction, which isn't too bad for beating some of the early challenges. But we're going to maybe mess with him, maybe not. We'll see. But go ahead and claim this. Now you need to upgrade a character to level 40. You need to upgrade 2 more artifacts to level 12. So with the 2 more artifacts to level 12, let's go ahead and upgrade our Wukong's sword, and that'll give us extra damage. And next up, I want you to upgrade Ugo. So Ugo is going to be our secondary character for like everything right now. Go ahead and upgrade Ugo's helmet to +12. You can also do his boots, but that's at least 2 pieces, 2 + 12. And then from here, I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade these other 2 pieces to +12 on Ugo. If we need to upgrade anything else, it's fine. And we'll just do another type of piece for one of our other sideline characters. But the stronger our campaign 2 characters are, the easier our life's going to be. So next up, we need to clear stage 1 of Fire Knight's Castle. And then we need to win 10 arena battles, okay? There's a lot of arena now that we've gotten to this point. So go ahead out. I want you to beat Fire Castle. Just go in with your normal team. So put Kale in the front and do your normal 4 characters. And I want you to go and do the arena auto fight. So Fire Knight's Castle is very annoying. It wants multi-hit attacks. So this could take you a little bit for it to grind through it. But it's level 1, so you will beat it. It just might take a while. Okay, so I'll meet you back. Beat this, though, and then go and beat 10 different arena fights. And once you're done with that, we will continue. Okay, so now we have finished the arena mission progress. So I think this is the last annoying quest there is, but we have to win 1 of each type of lifesteal artifact now. I think that's the last one of the winning 1 type of each artifact. Hopefully it is. But let's go ahead out. Let's claim any of the other missions we have done. So there we go. There's some extra arena missions. So now you can go to your event, see if you've finished anything, because you guys probably will have a different web event going depending on when you start, definitely, because I'm recording this the day before I upload it. But go into here, claim this, you get a 3-star character Elder out of it, and then come up here, make sure there's nothing in there, we're good. So what I want you to do from here, obviously claim all your stuff. Since I'm on PC client, I get extra player in points, but those take so long that if you're hoping to get anything from the player in points, good luck. So from here, I'm going to go ahead in and do my summon that we got from whatever we got it from, and then we'll hope for the best. Give me a 4-star at least, please. Nope, 3-star again, dang. Okay, didn't we already get one of them, Tagoar? So Tagoar increases attack, he plays a stun, and then he has attacks on enemy and increases cooldown of each of the target skills by 2 turns. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. He's not great. Okay, but that's what we'll do. So now I want you to go in, and we're going to go to campaign. So with campaign, a couple ways to do this. Go ahead and claim all the free stuff. We also get this artifact for dwarves, but we're going to be getting one for Kale hopefully soon. Now, next up, we're going to go over this is where you get the lifesteal gear. It's just 1 to 3 stars, so we don't actually care about it. But for the sake of the mission, again, you'll do the 2 characters. And then what I do with this is I go and I beat the stage. And then if I don't get the artifact, I do it again. Okay, if you want to beat all the stages with these 2 and then go back and do it, you can and bring 4 characters once you did the original clearing of it. So you 3-star each stage, you can. But the way I do it, I just let it go through. It takes a while as we start getting further. It does take a while to clear story because you're only allowed to use 2 characters. But if you're patient enough, it's not too bad. And once you get done with this, and I mean, getting used to this is probably a good thing because you will be grinding like crazy. So right here, we got the sword right away. That's great. So now we can go to the next stage and then do the same thing. If we get a character or if we get a shard, then we need to do it again. Okay, so good luck on this. Hopefully it goes fast for you. I'll meet you back once I am done with this. Okay, finally done with that. It didn't take too long, actually. There's only a couple stages I had to go back and redo, but we'll go ahead and click next. It'll give us a story for chapter 9. So we'll back out of this, and we can claim these rewards here. We're getting to a decent chunk of gems. We're at 435. So from here, we'll go ahead and back out. We'll claim this mission completed, and we also finished or got that all the way up. Now we need to ascend a champion to level 3. So the first character we are going to ascend to level 3 is going to be our Kale. You could cheese this and do like a 1-star character and it'll take less potions, but we need to do Kale anyway. So with doing ascensions, okay, this part's going to be a little bit annoying. We do have to go farm. Okay, so we need to go farm quite a bit, or actually we only need 2 of these and we could actually ascend them all the way up to level 4. So with this, we want to go in, we want to go to the Magic Keep, and let's go to stage 3 and then just farm until you have enough to finish that. Okay, there is also, we should be able to go to level 5 on this, and you do get some rewards, but we need so many of these. Just farm these first ones, it'll be fine. So just beat this a couple times until you see that you've gotten a couple of the drops, and you're good to go. But I am going to try to beat level 5. There are another set of missions that we're going to try to do pretty soon that are for beating this. It'll get us an extra summon. But for right now, just farm this, and I'll meet you back once you have enough to ascend them at least to level 3. Okay, once you have done that, once you come out, if you clear stage 5 of the Magic Keep, it's going to give you some additional potions needed. And then we're going to go ahead and grab that. And then let's go in and ascend our Kale. So with the ascension of Kale, I'm just going to go all the way. I'll just go to level 3 for now because there might be a mission to go to level 4. So just to play it safe, we'll go to level 3. If you already did level 4, it's fine. You'll just have to do a different character later. And then next up, we have these skill tomes. So again, we're going to talk about this real quick. You can use the small skill tomes on him. That's great. Okay, you can use these. I'm just going to go ahead and boost them. But do not use the purple ones. The purple ones are for 4-star characters, and the golden ones that you get are going to be for your legendary characters. Do not waste those on a 3-star. Okay, and don't waste your legendary ones at all. But just save all this for now. It'll be fine. And now that we've ascended him to 3-star, now we have to upgrade an affinity bonus. Okay, this one, we're almost done with this part of the guide. After the next mission, we're going to go ahead and cut this part, and then part 2 will be continuing from here. But we need to upgrade an affinity bonus. So with the affinity bonus, if you come into here, you need 50. Okay, 50 for the first one. We have 44. So the way you get these is by doing arena attacks. So we need to go and do a couple more extra arena attacks to get the additional ones. So we'll just come in here with this team and just beat through this. And we need to get, I think we get 2 per stage right now because of our current arena rank. It goes off your arena rank, how many you get. And as you climb higher, yeah, we get 2. So now that we just upgraded again, these fights are going to start getting harder though. It's a problem. So you're going to have to start dodging different players in terms of finding a team that you can beat safely. So this one might have been a little too strong, but I think we're doing fine. Yeah, it looks like we're fine. So Loki is super annoying to fight. He'll always be the last one alive on the board. We still get 2. So whenever you're going through this, you can look at the team power. Just aim for the character or the teams with the lower team power. Is going to just make your life way easier. But we are not I was planning on getting to the end of the first campaign, but I forgot there's like a little gap that you need to do. So I'm just going to talk about what you could work on, and then we'll come back, and the next video will be part 2 of the guide. There's like a 6-hour waiting period that you're going to have to go through to get what you need to get to the next portion. So we go ahead and fight this guy. And I think we needed 1 more after this, I believe. Or maybe we're done after this. Hold on. We had 44. So this, I think, puts us at 50. Pretty sure that puts us at 50. So we can back out of here now and go back to the Great Hall. So what I generally always do is up my accuracy first. Accuracy is super important as a new player. So it's only, what, 5? It's 5 accuracy. That's not actually that bad. So I always go for first off accuracy boost for this magic element. Holy cow, brain farting here. But I upgrade this first, and then that will finish the mission. Now we need to earn 3 stars in 1 day for clan activity. Okay, so the way you do this, you click go, it'll take you to the clan. Now, if you click on your members, you can check in, and then you need to hit this eye up here. This eye up here will tell you everything you need to do to finish the mission. So depending on when you joined a clan, you have to play for 90 minutes from when you join the clan. So some of you may need to leave your computer on. As you see, I still need 45 minutes of waiting. So next up, we need to battle the Demon Lord 2 times. So your first 2 Demon Lord fights don't really matter. Demon Lord is one of the most important things in the game, and we're going to be trying to focus on that quite a bit early on, building a good team for it. But for right now, it's not a big deal. Just go ahead and claim any of your extra stuff that you can do, and I'll give you a couple things you can work on after this. But let's go ahead and go into your battle, and then if you go here, it's Clan Boss. So on Clan Boss, you're going to click the Demon Lord, and we're going to go ahead on this easy fight, and we're just going to set our team of our normal 4 characters, and then we're just going to hit start. So the idea with Clan Boss generally is you want characters that are going to give poisons and HP burns, and keep you alive. Ugo is a really good character because if your team dies, he'll just bring them all back. And then Kale is really good because he puts poisons. Ultimate Gallic's really good because he has HP burn. So all of those buffs are fantastic. So this team should be all like we'll mess with a little bit. The War Priest will take out, but your goal for this, obviously, characters aren't boosted at all. But this is like somewhat of a starting team for us to do. The reason clan boss is important because this is how you get summons as a free to play. So as a free to play player, this is as you get a strong clan boss team and can fight the higher level clan bosses, you get some crazy rewards daily. Sometimes, I mean, not daily. You'll get quite a bit a month overdoing it, but this is one of the most important things, especially as a low spending or free to play player, to do to get resources. Okay, so the goal here is to make sure our team does at least 500k in a run, and it looks like we are doing so. We're a little bit under, but our characters are also not leveled or done anything. We'll get a little bit further before the next part. So, but we did get the 500k already. That's fantastic. So this there's a mission where you need to get 500k. We'll just keep going. Let's see what all we end up with. I think it'll probably end up being 1 million. I don't know if Ugo, you have to awaken him to get the next ability on him, but we're already at 700k. So once the bad thing is Ugo might die before my Wukong does. We need Wukong to die first. Okay, good. It went for Wukong. Okay, now Ugo goes again. But as you see here, we're doing like no damage because we don't have any HP burns or poisons. So there's a defense break. That's good. And also Ugo has a defense break. They both died at the same time. That's fine. So normally, though, if your whole team dies, Ugo will bring you back. But now that we did that once, we need to do it again. Okay, so you want to go in and use both your keys. So let's beat that again. I'll meet you back here once that's done, and we'll do final thoughts for this video and what to work on next. Okay, so be back in just a second. Okay, so we have burnt our 2 keys. So now that we have burnt our 2 keys, we'll just skip through this. And if you want to look at the kind of rewards you get for the lowest rarity ones, you can get obviously blue summons and some gear and things like that. Okay, all of this is just nice. It's free stuff that you get every day. But as you get down to Ultra Nightmare and check out the drop info for doing enough, you see you get all the good summons. You get all the big potions. You can get skill books from it. This is the ultimate goal. The sooner you can get to this and start doing it daily, and there is a skip. Once you do so much damage, you're able to skip your fights. But once you get down to this, usually people don't skip this one because it's really hard to get the damage needed. I don't even know if you can. But the other ones you skip. So as you're working on trying to get to Ultra Nightmare, you will eventually get there. But there is a skip button. So once you start dealing more damage, it'll be easy. So now that we have done that, what we were waiting for on the mission is the time. Okay, so you see we've done 2 of the 3. Actually, you can't see it's behind my face again. We've done 2 of the 3 missions. The last mission is just time. So once you have finished that mission, you now know about what to do with everything. So we need to clear stage 4 or higher, Minotaur's Labyrinth 2 times. And then once you do that, we have to unlock a mastery. So I will actually meet you back here, and we're going to progress all the way to dealing this 500k damage to Demon Lord, because now with the Demon Lord keys, they respawn, or you get 1 for free every 6 hours. So once we get to this, I'm going to end the video and we'll start part 2 once we have another key. So you can spend gems for a key, but it's not worth it. Just wait. Okay, that'll be the overall goal. But for right now, I'm going to have to wait 45 minutes and we'll come back and finish up until that point. Okay, so if you would like to keep playing during this time, one of the better things that you could do is go in, and we have this batch of missions here in the challenges. If you go to your dungeons, we need to place a decreased defense buff on force. We need to clear 4 or higher, 5 or higher, 5 or higher, and mix 1 affinity potion. So we need to mostly farm magic heat, but you can go in. So we need to clear 4 and 5 of this and 5 on arcane. So we can go do these, and then 5 decreased defense. We have multiple decreased defense characters on our team. So just go ahead and clear to stage 5 of each of the different dungeons. That's something you could work on while we're waiting for this timer. I'm going to do that now. I will meet you back here after the 45 minutes of playtime are up, and we'll continue progressing. All right, I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so I went ahead and beat 2 stage 5 of each of them, and then the force one, we have 2 defense breakers on our team, but I had to run it multiple times on stage 5 to get the defense break. So this is going to give us a bunch of small potions, and then now we need to mix 1 greater potion of any affinity, and we need to clear stage 4 higher of Spider's Den. Okay, so stage 4 higher Spider's Den is annoying. It's going to be kind of hard. We're going to wait to do that, but we can mix 1 potion of any affinity, but we're going to wait to do that too. So one of the things that if you want to work on something now, you can go back to battle and you can go into dungeons. And most of our characters on our team currently are from the Magic Keep. So the higher you farm of the Magic Keep, the better. I don't think we'll be able to do stage 7. I'm going to go ahead and run this stage, or stage 8. So once you get to stage 8 of any of them, you can get the big potions, but we might have to just farm stage 7 for a little bit, and I'm going to show you about auto battles. So as long as this team beats it, we'll go ahead and farm it. We need to make sure it beats it relatively easily, because with multi-battles, again, if you fail a stage, you lose your stamina. So we don't want that to happen at all. So the overall goal, and with ascending characters, they get extra stats, and once you get them to 3-star ascension, they either get a new bonus to their skill, they unlock a completely new extra skill, or there's a couple, or they can get like their aura unlocked. There's multiple things that happen, but ascending your characters is super, super important. So right there, our Wukong just got resisted, and we took a ton of damage. So I don't know if we can farm this stage or not yet. It's cutting it a bit close because it's going to kill 2 characters, 3 characters, 2 characters. Okay, so if our Wukong would have stripped there, we would have been fine. So what I think we're going to need to do instead, so until we get Ugo to 3-star ascension, we're just going to farm stage 6. Stage 6, we shouldn't have any problem with dying. So right there, Wukong can steal all the buffs, but he missed it both times. So that's a little unlucky. I don't think we'll beat it. He's looking bleak here. All right, we died. Okay, so we're not doing stage 7. Hey, but you get experience for failing, and you do get a little silver. So there you go. What we're going to do is farm, instead of going to stage 7, we're going to farm stage 6. So stage 6, I was able to beat easily. Maybe if you guys are struggling on stage 6, don't do that yet. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this multi-battle 20 times. Okay, so that'll be the way I kill the rest of the time, is just let this multi-battle. And then if I lose one of the battles, it'll just stop it. But we'll just let those multi-battle for a while, and this will give us at least some awakenings so we can make all of our characters stronger, so that everything else just becomes easier. Because once we get those 3-star awakenings, it's game-changing on the characters. And as you get their awakenings higher, you can also put their accessories on. So each character has 6 pieces of gear. Once you get your awakenings, they have up to 9 pieces of gear, which is a huge difference. So I will meet you back here, and once this is done and once the timer's done for the next mission. So we got, I think it's still like 35 minutes. So we'll be back soon. Okay, so once you are done with this, there's going to be a couple more things you can do to go raise the power of your account. One of them is going to be farming the Arcane Keep. So one thing I'm going to do real quick is go into the tavern. If you go to Ascend, you can see Ugo is going to be our highest priority ascension. So if you see here, this is how much it takes, and we want to get him to 3-star. So he gains new skill, and the new skill that he gains, if you go to skills here, place a 30% speed, increased speed buff and block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn when this champion is the last, or when its last living ally is killed. So it allows him to stay alive for an additional turn, which can allow him to then get his skill 3 reviving skill off. So that's the idea. That's the first thing we want to do. So it is a lot of farming, especially at the lower level stages. So we're going to go ahead and give him 1 ascension. And the other ascensions are going to be great too. Obviously, our Gallic ascensions will be nice. Wukong. So one thing with Wukong is we are going to need the big potions. And you did get these right away, but that's only 1 big potion. So all you'd be able to do is get away with 1. So what I want you to do from here is you're going to, we did get the 50 free auto battles. So you can just click and farm instead of using the auto battles. It's up to you. But if you want to like walk away from your computer or phone or whatever and go do some other stuff, you can. But I want you to go in. We're going to have to obviously farm more of the blues, but another thing is I want you to farm a bunch of these. So I'm going to go ahead and go to stage potentially 7 of those, just farm. I'm going to try to do stage 7 and C, but I'm just going to sit here and farm this for a while just to get, these are the universal ones. All characters will take the white ones. So try to farm as many of these as you can and then go back to the blues. The more of this you farm, the better. So while you're waiting, this is just a great way to boost up the overall power of your account. I will have my characters ascended going forward through the guide. So you're going to probably want to do the same, or else you might struggle on things that I'm not struggling on. So I will meet you back here. Go ahead and just farm these 2 things quite a bit. And we are going to do a little Minotaur farming as well to get those initial like boosts, but that will be after there's another part that we have to do that anyway. So once we get done with this and the time runs out, that's what we're going to be focusing on next. And we're going to be getting to that last clan key. And then part 2 of the guide will start. So just go ahead and I'm going to go to the next stage and see if I can do stage 7. Ideally, you get to the point where you can do the one that has a chance of dropping the big ones, because every big drop is massive. But if you can't get there yet, it's fine. Just farm what you can. We have so much excess stamina right now that we would like to burn it down. to the best of our ability on something that's going to benefit our account, because then once you burn it down, you'll start getting stamina back for not playing. And anytime you're overcapped, you're just losing potential stamina progression. So I'll meet you back here after you farm for a bit. I'll let you guys know where I'm at once we get back. Okay, so we have finally gotten to a point where the mission is done. So let me go ahead and go out, and we're going to grab this. So this mission is one of the hardest ones for new players to get past, because it's hard to even know what to do. But now that this mission is done, we need to clear Minotaur 4 higher 2 times. So we go in and see what the highest Minotaur we've done. And we've done 5, so I'm actually going to try to do 6. You want to always do the highest Minotaur that you're able to do. We are going to want to farm this. I'm going to give you a list of some things that you could work on if you would like to, while waiting for that next key to become available for Clan Boss. But this will be close to the end of it. We're going to beat another chapter of the story, and this is going to give you a lot of early base stats, especially for HP, to keep your characters alive to go through the rest of campaign with. So this will be important. Even just farming it like say 10 times, we'll probably take War Priest out just so that we don't get any bonus things on her, but all the other characters we do want some masteries on. So go ahead and beat this 2 times. It might take a little bit. I'm probably just going to do this stage. I won't do the one above it, because obviously it's taking a long time just for this. If we land some poisons, it'd be fine, but the difficulty does spike up quite a bit. So we'll just do this difficulty twice, and then I'll meet you back once you have beaten this 2 times. Okay, so now that you've beaten this 2 times, you back out, you'll have the next mission done, and we have to unlock another champion mastery. So go into here, any of the characters that have a thing next to their name, you can go ahead and get a mastery for them. For our Kale, we're going to go ahead and get crit rate, and we're good to go. So that mission is done. We will want to get some more masteries. I will show you where I put my masteries, obviously. And the next things that we are going to do are going to be, actually, we're going to be clearing 2 more stages of the story. So hopefully you guys farmed a little bit of the potion. So if we look here, I don't quite enough to get them to 3-star. So we were able to get them to 2-star, and I still need 4 more. So I can go into the potion mixer. We actually do have enough to make 4 of them. I'm going to go ahead and make it. And now our Ugo is going to be 3 ascended. Now, in terms of skill ups, I don't think we're going to do any extra skill ups for today. We shouldn't need to. And then we're going to go to characters. We do need to plus 12 some more gear for challenges. So we'll just leave him as he is. And he is part of the Organ tribe. The only thing we have is something for a dwarf. So we won't worry about that at all. The next thing we'll do, I'll check the market real quick. And there's nothing there. And let's go ahead, grab whatever challenges we can. So claim that. And then for dungeons, we claim that. So the only thing left is to clear stage 4 of the Spider's Den. And let's go ahead and go to battle, because the next thing is clear stage 7 of the Deadlands. So the Deadlands actually has this character War Maiden. We're going to end up farming and making sure we get multiple copies of her just to get, she's really, really good. But we're going to go ahead and just put these 2 characters in. You could switch the order you do it in just so it doesn't have that pop up. I guess Ugo doesn't have a aura anyway. So go ahead and beat all of this. You should be fine to beat it with the characters, these 2 characters. And I will meet you back once you get to the end of this chapter. Okay, so we've beaten this chapter, and my Ugo had to revive my Wukong 2 times, but it worked out. Okay, so now we did get this set here. The set isn't bad either. So, and it's 4-star, which helps out a lot. It's actually not. I mean, but it goes 15% self HP for 2 turns. We may go put this on Ugo. Yeah, we're going to go put that on Ugo. That's not bad at all. Okay, so next we are going to be at chapter 10. So we're almost done with campaign. So let's go ahead and grab this campaign mission. Now we have another summon. Let's go rip the summon just for fun. See if we get anything good here. And we get another blue. Hey, she's at least good. I probably will end up building her. It's another blue character, though. I would like to widen my element roster, but Elhine, she's one of the starters that you can start with. So next up, we are going to then go, and the next quest is win 5 artifacts from the Ice Golem's Peak. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, though, is Ugo, we are going to go ahead and switch to the 2 new pieces that we just got. So we'll scroll down until we find them. They're going to be toward the bottom. We did also get this Relentless set, but I doubt we'll use anything yet. If you get anything with like good stats overall, you could try to use it, but it's only 3-star gear. It's not a big deal. So this 4-star gear here, though, it gets HP 15 and 50% shield buff. It's just better than what we currently have on. So I'm going to go ahead and equip this. Having that shield at the beginning sounds pretty nice. So we'll just equip those 2, and I'm going to upgrade them both to +8. We will upgrade them to +12. But for right now, we're going to wait until that challenge pops up, because we're about to have another challenge for upgrading gear. So we can go ahead back out of this, and then we'll go and do Ice Golem. So with Ice Golem, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to beat stage 5, and I'm going to try super raids. If we fail this, That sucks. We lost 20 stamina, but I'm going to have faith that my team is stronger now and that will beat it. And then with doing super raids, it does you get two rewards at the end. So this could only take you 3 runs to finish versus doing individual runs. So super raids is just a great thing that you can do. So it looks like we're going to be completely fine. We're not taking hardly any damage. So I'm going to go ahead and beat this 3 times. Ooh, maybe I spoke too soon. But we'll beat this 3 times. We need to get the artifacts. So we need to get 5 different artifacts. So we'll just keep track. And then I'll meet you back once you have this done. Okay, so now we have done this. I'm going to go ahead and sell that piece, and this piece isn't great either, but we'll just hold on to it for now, and that mission should be done. It is, so we'll grab this, and we have to upgrade 2 champions level 40. Probably should already have been there and done that. Next, we need to get 2 champions with 6 level 12 or higher artifacts. So now what I was talking about before, I guess you could have upgraded this earlier, but we're going to go ahead and upgrade Ugo's gear up to level 12. So let's go ahead and do these 2 things. Boost that to plus 12. And there we go. So now our Ugo is done, and our Wukong needs this upgraded to plus 12 as well. So now that these 2 are plus 12, we finish this mission, and now we have to clear stage 7. So 2 more things left, and we're done for today. So now we need to go through this chapter of campaign. Again, it's just going to be Wukong and Ugo. And now I will meet you back once you have finished getting through this. I will pause if I have any issues. We might need to upgrade some other gear, but hopefully we're good to go from just having this. If you fail a stage, usually if you try it again, you'll beat it, but I'll just see what the overall, how difficult it is. And we'll be back either when I beat it or when that happens if we fail. Okay, so we just beat that chapter. Holy cow, Ugo just carried us so hard. He revived him, my Wukong, so many times. So hopefully you guys had the same experience there. So now the end of this video is going to be going and defeating 35 champions in arena. If you just go and burn all your arena flags like I was telling you earlier, just try to dodge the teams that are higher combat power. And if you fail, lose to a team, it's fine. I did have daily reset just happen, so just ignore that. But the biggest thing now is what we're waiting for is going to be the free key to come in. So if you look here, we have a key in 4 hours. So part 2 of the guide will be once this key comes in, because I don't want to spend, you can buy a key for 100 gems. We don't want to do that. We'll just be patient and continue from there. I'm going to give you stuff to work on though. So one of the things obviously is ascension of your characters. So if you continue to farm, getting ultimate Gallic up to 3-star ascension would be great. Working on any of their essentials would be fantastic. And then the next thing, once you get them all 3-star ascended at least, except Wukong. Wukong's going to take a while to get 3-star ascended. So if we go to Wukong, you need the big potions for him. That's pretty hard to get. I'm not gonna lie. If anything, we'll do the first one. So I'll go ahead and mix 1 here, and then we need to mix 1 here. So let me go ahead and just mix 1 of each, and that allowed me to ascend him the first time. It'll give him a little bit extra stats, so he gets an extra 8% or 8 attack, not even 8% attack. Not the greatest, but it's at least an ascension. The idea is once you get Wukong to 3-star ascension, it's really, really nice. So we have enough of these. So if we can get to a point where we can farm the grass one, that'd be fantastic. The bad thing is with farming the grass thing, you want some kind of unhealable character. The only unhealable character we have, I think, is Rocktooth. And building a Rocktooth for this isn't the best. He's not going to be too great. So I don't know if we'll worry about that at all yet. Honestly, just getting more damage out of our characters would be better. But either way, you want to try to 3-star Ascension, Ultimate Gallic. And the second mission I want you guys to work on is go into dungeons. I want you to run Minotaur's Labyrinth. So whatever the highest Minotaur Labyrinth you can, I would take War Maiden out, and you just want to get as many masteries as possible. So the more of the things you get, the better. I'm going to go ahead and work on Ascensions first for each of the characters. If I can get them all 3-star Ascended, except for Wukong, I don't think it's going to happen. And we get some masteries, I think we'll be able to farm the next thing, no problem. So one of the things, though, that I wanted to talk about is there are fusion characters. So whenever you have characters, if you look at them, they have a fusion symbol next to them. So we have this character and we have this character. So our Tagoar and our Rocktooth are both fusion characters. Anytime you have a fusion character, we actually have this thing. It's a champion Volt. We have 210 reserve slots. So if you're ever curious if you want to use that character or not, obviously do some research. But otherwise, you can go in and throw those characters into the extra storage. So one thing that I might do is build up my Elheim because she's good. All right, to finish up the video, again, one quick call out. Remember, if you download through my link, you'll have all the stuff I do. I'm sure if you guys are to this point in the video, you did, but I need to do one last thing to remind you. Maybe if you played through so far and you don't have those characters, consider restarting so you have all of the extra stuff, having a good reviver, having Ultimate Gallic to give you extra boss fighting character, and obviously Sun Wukong, having Sun Wukong from the promo code. If you start a new account, you'll be able to get him. If you download it and maybe you are already on an account, it'll re-log in that old account. You might need to log out of that account and re-download with the link to have everything that you see here on this account. But from here, we're going to be going on and starting part 2 of the guide in the next video. So have a good day, and I will see you soon.